Hey guys, how's it going? Brad here, and we're doing a random dungeon run. And it looks like we are just doing the first boss? Or the second? Looks like we're doing the second. Unfortunately, I don't like getting dropped into these non-fresh raid runs, but I do need the gear. And typically I like to do like a fresh, full raid run. But given this is the Eternal Palace, and some of these runs can often fail, I'm just going to roll with it. But basically, I'm looking for gear. I'm currently on my Shaman, and I'm looking for gear. I only have 2 items on my Shaman, 2 gear pieces from this whole set here. And that's after running this. I probably have run this at least 8 or 9 times on my Shaman. I think it's 8 or 9. And I've only gotten 2 pieces so far. And I think those 2 pieces I got them on my Hunter, not even on my Shaman, because my Hunter and Shaman both use mail. So I can use them both to try to get mail pieces. And I've run my Hunter even more times in here, and I'm just not getting any luck, specifically on my mail. I'm not getting luck. On my cloth, I'm getting a lot of luck. I think there's 3 pieces left on my lock set. On my cloth set. Oh yeah, this last boss is going to be a pain. This boss people tend to have problems with. It's an underwater boss. We have to fight him in 3 different areas. And there's all these mechanics associated with this battle. And a lot of people don't quite get it. Like this green you're seeing on the screen. You have to coach yourself in that. But you don't coach yourself for protection. You coach yourself so that you can be healed. Because right now I have a debuff where I cannot be healed. I get 0% health. So you have to coat yourself in that green goo in order to be healed. Oh crap. Not good. I just have to get out of the water and I'm fine. That wasn't wise of me to do. I guess they put a dot on me and I almost died. And try to get even further away from these guys. No! Get away! It's hard to drop my ground-based AoEs. In this area because I'm floating. But they seem to be hitting me.
The magic source is nearby, but proceed carefully. Ajara will not have left it unguarded.
So we're headed down this tunnel. We're underwater, headed down a tunnel to the behemoth, which is like a giant worm. I have done official full clears of this raid on LFR in my story videos. I put them both in the, I believe they're in Looking for Raid, my Alliance story, my Horde story, and All story for BFA. I think I put them in all 4 of those so that I got everything covered. So this is the guy right here. There's a creature From the depths, there it is right there. You just saw it, that guy. If you have this green goo on you, he gets attracted to it and he tries to eat you. But this boss does an AoE that can do serious damage to you, and if you don't have this green goo on you, you can't get healed. And so many players end up dying from that. It's ridiculous. So the issues we're having now is there's a couple players who refuse to go over and grab the membrane that you need for this fight. I keep telling them, come over here and get the membrane. They will not do it. Okay. He doesn't seem to care to take it. Like, it's literally right there, and he just doesn't want to take it. It's not just Unending Breath, which a Warlock can cast on you, but it's also a speed boost, so you can move faster. Like, you move much faster with the Membrane buff than you do with the Warlock's Unending Breath. That gives you a 20% speed increase for swimming, but the Membrane breathing apparatus we use, that gives you even a greater speed boost, where you can move much faster in the water. It looks like this is going to go badly already. Okay, so a DPS left the group, not a big deal. So in this part, because I'm range DPS, I have a good enough angle where I can stay in the green goo and just attack the boss from the goo, so my countdown, because the goo wears off, it stays at 44 seconds the whole time I'm in the goo. So when it finally disappears, I wait till I drop to like 20%, and then I'll move over to the other side. Unless somebody pops it early, then I'll go over. We're gonna pop it early. Yeah, it's popped. I think at 60% health he switches to the next area, I think. I could be wrong. 65%. Alright, now we swim to the next platform. So this is LFR looking for raids, so it's a lot more forgiving. But if you don't follow the mechanics, you can still die very easily. Okay, so this one I can't be in range of the green pufferfish that died, the green weenie fish. So I have to like go back and get the buff and come back again. And the same thing applies here. If you stay in the depths area without something underneath you, you'll get attacked. Okay, we should be good. He should be jumping to the next phase. And this is the second out of 3 bosses for this wing. Might as well grab it again. It's gonna die in a sec. There we go. Okay, here we go. Next phase. Phase 3. Just let me die. Yeah, I have managed to attack the boss from this side without hanging out over the edge. Just hug the edge of the ledge here without getting attacked by the creature below. But it's like very tight. If I move over even millimeters, I will trigger him. Nope, 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 nope. We got this. Nobody's dead either, and we're down 1 player. We're missing a player. 1 guy left when the battle started. And it was just a DPS. There we go. So a lot of people, even now, they're getting much better at playing this Eternal Palace. And a lot of people are just doing what I'm doing now. They're grinding for set pieces. So a lot of people in LFR, they'll leave and then other ones will come. The only time you run into problems is if your tanks leave. Those usually take a while to get a new tank in. There have been situations where both tanks have left, and that really screws us up. But a lot of times, people are pretty cool with it. They understand. They don't get too frustrated. You don't get everybody leaving because the tanks aren't there. We usually wait around and we joke around and talk and stuff. Otherwise, no one in LFR really talks all that much. Okay, so one of our tanks did leave. The other one's still here. Now we have Radiance of Ashara. That's the next one. We got this long hallway. It's so cool in here, though. They literally thought of everything. Even the roof looks cool. Alright, good. Everybody listen to my pinging. It's pinging the map just to make sure everybody stayed away from that group right there. Because even I've walked into that group. Oh no. Okay, good. I saw a druid running towards them. I was like, no! Okay, good. We got another tank right away. Perfect. It only took a couple minutes to get a new tank. So we should be alright. Looks like we got a full group. So we should be good. These mobs here can actually take players out. I've seen them take players out, especially if you pull too many. It's just a couple of them, that's great, but I've seen a tank run in there and pull I think there's 4 guys inside there, and there's 2 at this door. I've seen someone pull all of them at once. I'm like, what are you doing? And this was back when we first started doing this, so people didn't have the best gear at the time, and it wiped a whole group out. I am curious what's going to happen in the next patch. Alright, I'm going to stay way back here because I don't trust these guys. I'm just gonna chain lightning them. Make it sweet and simple. I think there might only be 1 guy left. No, there's 2. Actually, no, there must be 3. Yeah, there were 3. Usually when I'm attacking a group of enemies and the tank is in there and I can't figure out how many enemies there are, cast a chain lightning just to see how many arcs my chain lightning goes through. Sometimes I can see how many are happening. And that time I could see 2, and then all of a sudden I guess one of the enemies moved and I could see a 3rd arc. And I was like, okay, there's 3, not 2. Charge up! Chain lightning! Die! I've even seen these mobs wipe out a group, where a tank pulled this group and pulled that group and pulled them all at once. It took out the whole group of us. He thought it was funny, but I think we kicked that tank because of that. So we were right near this last boss and we kicked him. We were just like, no, screw him, kick him. Damn, I wasn't close enough to block her barrage. Uh-oh. There's way too many. She targets the ground, you'll see like it's a little like arcane effect underneath you, and if you still stand there, like you got to move out of the way of it, because one of these one of these water funnels will pop up from where you're standing, and they'll go in like a circle like this, nice and slow. Problem is if you get enough of them, you're screwed. Hit will destroy you. They knock you back and they do tons of damage. Ah! If you get knocked into the water around here, you get slowed dramatically. It's not fun. Because if you get knocked far enough out in the water, it takes you so long to get back that you start taking tons of damage in that water. So it's in your best interest not to get knocked into the water. It's all around here, even this little puddle there, all this water. You gotta stay out of it. The speed debuff doesn't last very long in LFR, but it sucks. I've gotten killed in the water from it. Where I was standing right on the edge, and then they hit me with the knockback, and I got knocked so far back I couldn't recover. I thought maybe a priest would be able to yank me, but we had no priest in the group that day. Oops. Get away from me. No, don't run towards me. Those AoEs, they're arcane barrages that when they happen, they stun you. They stun everybody caught in it. Okay, here we go.
We all have our parts to play. Isn't that so, my child?
No escape!
Here we go.
Power overwhelming!
I'm gonna get further back here. Just in case I get targeted, I'll be able to keep the funnel partially outside the play area. I can still reach the boss from here, so it's not a big deal. I guess I better heal myself. The healers aren't healing me.
Power overwhelming!
So there are several bosses that are like this, that the boss is in the middle with a ring around them.
Power overwhelming!
Am I the only one over here? Oh no, there's a few players. I thought everybody abandoned me and just left me here. Alright, where's he gonna spawn?
Power overwhelming! No escape!
Of course he's gonna spawn here. He removed it after the fact. That did not help me. So they can kind of, I don't know if it's a dispel that does it, but they can purge that arcane AoE from you. But he did it a bit too late and I still got caught, and then I got knocked back. I was lucky I moved. I would have been thrown into the water easily. We're not doing bad. He's at 49%, 48 now. The groups are just getting better and better, which is great.
Power overwhelming.
Everybody's finally like getting geared up a lot better. They know the mechanics of the enemies.
Power overwhelming.
No. No. Oh, did you see that? Oh, that was good. I was running into the typhoon, and I knew I wasn't going to avoid it. So I ran straight into it, and it dispelled just before I got to it. Oh, that was luck. Better to be lucky than good.
Power overwhelming.
Oh!
No escape.
Okay, that was unexpected. Run, guys, run. Don't stay here. End up getting killed. Oh, great. I got knocked back just as one of those areas stunned me. Oh, crap. There we go, back to the boss. Oops, I set it too far back. My bad.
Power overwhelming.
3%, 2%, 1%.
Life for Azara.
Darn, still no loot. Is someone gonna res these guys? I don't see anybody doing it. Okay. Well, with that, we are done. Thank you very much. I guess those are the breaks. I can't win sometimes. But with that, we are done. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much for hanging in there to the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell button so you know when I post the next video. And don't forget to comment and let me know what you thought of the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.